Good morning, everyone. Or bonjour. Okay, so I have some people speaking French. So, have you ever heard about the Chrome built-in AI here? Oh, okay, for people. So I still have like a room for saying anything that I want to say because nobody will know if it is true or not. So I have that room, so that's fine. Interesting. So I'm Thierno. I work for Google on Chrome and web platform. So I'm based in London. So I didn't travel so much, so it was just like quick to come here. So today I'm going to talk to you about the latest innovation that we are trying to build on Chrome and web platform. So yeah, I'm pretty sure like most of you have already seen a lot of demos about like how to build AI innovation on your website, showing you like seamless like demos, or most of them like look really fancy, but most of the time they are not like production ready. So they stick to the hello world basic style that developers sometimes do, doing a nice demo that is just like a hello world. But the thing that I would like to do today is to go beyond. I want to introduce for you like the latest innovation that we are bringing to the web platform that are ready to use right now. So if you want, after this section, you can build your website, use AI, and ship that on production. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So it is important, like before we dig deeper, like to the main topic, that there are different ways to integrate AI on the web. And in this presentation, like I'm going to do like a small like a retrospective or just introduce the 3 ways that we think you can use AI right now on the web. So the first one is like using a server-side solution. So mostly probably all of you have already seen like this solution, like you can use like Vertex AI, you can use Microsoft Azure or just cloud, any cloud provider. So this solution is actually like really straightforward, but it comes with a lot of advantages and a lot of consequences. The big advantages is like you can use the server side to run like big use cases, large amount of data. You can train your model, you can retrain model with any data that you have. But at the same time, it comes with the costs because you are paying per inference. And it comes also with the privacy trade-off. So you need to figure out, okay, if I want to use AI on the server side, do I have the money, the costs? Do I have the platform? I am ready to use this? Maybe not. Then the second one, which we will be digging deeper after, which is the client side. The client side means like actually you are running AI on the device of the end user. So this is pretty straightforward because you are using the capabilities of the user device to run AI using the browser. So the good advantage with this is like the AI model is running on device, which means like you have offline capabilities, privacy, and also zero costs because you are not using a server-side solution. There is another one. Who can guess? Anyone? The third one, because I said 3.
Right.
Amazing. That's the hybrid one. So sometimes, for some use cases, maybe you need to offload the usage of AI from the client side and the server side. Why? Because like maybe the device of the user is not capable. So you are doing something like progressive enhancement. So for some use cases, when the device is not capable, you can fall back on the server side. But when the device is capable, then you can just use like a client-side AI solution. Or if you are offering like a freemium version of your product, let's say, for example, okay, you want your end user to pay something, but you don't want them like to come to your platform and tell them like, hey, pay for this amount of fees to use my platform. You can give them a free version using like the client-side AI, so they can test how AI is actually like useful to them. And when they are ready to pay the monthly fees or the yearly fees, then you can fall back to the AI on the server side to give them like a lot of amount of capabilities. I will pause here to see like from the audience if everyone is feeling okay about this. Are you okay?
Yep.
Everything is clear? Amazing. So I have the best public here. All right. So let's dig deeper about the client-side AI. Before going into the detail, I would like to remind you what are the client-side advantage. Why should you choose this? I think I already talked about that before. The first one is privacy. Since the data remain on the device of the user, there is no way that the data will be sent over server side. Think about a travel company who want, for example, to process the passport. I have the same issue every single time that I'm traveling. I have to put my passport detail on this app to do my check-in. If there were like any solution that I can just put my picture of my passport to retrieve the information using OCR, that would be amazing. I can automate everything. But sometimes people don't want like this information to be sent over server side. So privacy could be like a good advantage for you if you build this kind of solution. The offline capabilities, since the data remain on the device of the user, if you lose, mic check 1 2 1 2, mic check, come on, yes, okay. So offline capabilities. So if the data is on the device of the user, you don't need any interaction over for the server side, so there is no communication over the network. The data remain on the model is running on device, so you can even apply this kind of feature for, let's say, for example, this example, you have a logistic company with a lot of warehouses, and these warehouses usually they tend to not have good internet speed or like a good connection. You can build an AI solution where actually when they are in these warehouses they can still use your app because the model is running on device. And the last one is performance. There is like a reality right now. We have like on the latest devices a lot of accelerators. The GPU is amazing, the CPU is amazing, NPUs also is coming. So I think at some point, even on device can beat the server side for some use cases with a bit of trade-off. So let's think about all these good advantages that you can leverage to build on device. Again, the question here is not like about client side versus server side, but think about strategically what you want to achieve for your end user. It's not like a concurrence. You can mix both or you choose the best of these two worlds depending on your use case. So how to implement now a client-side AI? So this is the classic architecture that we have. So first of all, we have a model. Usually like this model, pre-trained, or you train your own model using like Onyx, TensorFlow, or PyTorch. And then I think I forget here like a line maybe to represent your web application. You have your web apps. Your user are going to browse your web application, load that from a browser, Chrome, Microsoft Edge. And from there, you are going to leverage like client-side JavaScript libraries. It could be like Onyx runtime, like MediaPipe, TensorFlow, or Transformer.js. And these libraries are built to use the most of the browser APIs. They can leverage WebAssembly, WebNNN, and WebGPU to talk directly to the hardware. It could be like the GPU, the NPU, or the CPU. So the basic advantage here is using this technology, you are the master of your AI workflow end to end, because you need first to understand how to build the model, how to train the model, or how to serve it, because nobody is going to do that for you. And then if you are using AI, this kind of solution on the web, for every single navigation, when a user navigates from one page to another one, you are going to do like the same loading. So the model is also loaded navigation by navigation. There is no way right now on the web platform to do like a sharing model across like navigation. So we don't have that. So which means like you have to download the model every single time. So if you want to own your platform from end to end, if you want to maybe like to do the inference on CPU and fall back on GPU, you have to do that by yourself. So this solution is pretty straightforward, but still need like someone handy, a good team to be able to do that. This is where actually Chrome want to simplify everything. So our mission at Chrome, at Google, is to make Chrome and web platform smarter for all developers and for all users. It's simple, but yet powerful. Why? We want Chrome to make the web smarter for all developers. What does it mean? It means like you don't need actually to be an AI expert to use AI. You don't need to be like an ML engineer or like an AI engineer to use AI. What the web developer needs, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Can we make sure that the web is actually a great platform that supports all of this? That's our idea. For all users, we don't want only people with the latest devices to support AI. We want to be able like to run AI for all kinds of devices, no matter like the hardware that you have. So it could be like for us making sure that if you have the latest GPU, we can run the inference on GPU. If it is a NPU, we can do that again. Otherwise, we can maybe fall back on the CPU. So what we are proposing a solution called the built-in AI. The built-in AI, so is the new solution that Chrome is trying to build on the web platform. So democratizing the usage of LLM on the web. In our case, we are using Gemini. So Gemini Nano, our smallest model that we are embedding directly into the browser. So the basic idea of the built-in AI here is the model is managed by the browser itself. So you don't need to worry anymore about like the serving of the model. You don't need to worry anymore about which model do I need to choose, because it's managed by the browser itself. The second thing also that we are going to provide is all the advantages that I told you before. So it's a free. We use Gemini Nano, our latest innovation on model capabilities. It is fast and private. It works offline. Last but not least, we did a lot of good work to be able to provide multiple APIs on the web platform. So first of all, we have a prompt API, a general prompting. So this is the prompt engineering conference. Most of you will do prompting. So the prompting here is just a simple API that allows you to prompt to the LLM. That's the basic thing. We all want to prompt. So the prompting here will allow you to put any text as input and get a text as an output. The good thing also, again, that I want to mention is like the prompt API is multimodal. So it runs on the browser, it can take image input and audio input. On top of that, we did also like a good work for building some specific tasks. So these specific tasks actually are fine-tuned tasks that are really great at the specific things that they are doing. For example, we have a language detector, translation. Imagine like doing a translation for free from English to French. I'm a French speaker, natively French speaker. I speak Wolof and Fular also as well. So I would love to have this on my website. So sometimes you just want to read some stories maybe in your natural language because that sound better. We have a summarization API, a writer, rewriter, proofreader, and transcription. All of these API are in different stage, but most of them are now ready to use right now. If you use your laptop after this session, you can start using them. They are ready and available for free for everyone. Public check. Is it okay? Yeah. All good? Is it clear? Amazing. So compared to the previous architecture, this is how actually we build the built-in AI architecture on Chrome. So basically, you have the built-in AI model, which is Gemini Nano. So Gemini Nano is really embedded in the Chrome browser itself. Behind the scene, you are not managing the serving. So Chrome will download the model for you. That's the first thing. And then we are using the best capabilities that are available for us to run the inference. So if you have a good GPU, the inference will be on GPU. If not, we will fall back on CPU. And for the rest, we just expose like web APIs, web platform APIs that all web developer knows. Who is building web apps here? You know like how to use the camera, how to use the microphone, or just do like document.query or selector, all this kind of JavaScript web platform APIs. That's the same thing. We just expose prompt API as an API that can be used directly from the website. And from there, you can prompt, give the input, we run the inference, and we give you as an output. One thing that I would like to highlight here is this initiative is not only a Chrome initiative, it's a web platform initiative. Currently, even Microsoft Edge is starting supporting the same APIs. So we are working toward a standardization. It's not only us. Microsoft is supporting the same thing. The only difference right now is on the model, for example. We are using Gemini, Microsoft is using Microsoft Phi. And Firefox and Safari also, they are under discussion on the W3C working group and the machine learning working group as well. So our idea is to support this across the entire platform. It's not just something like Chrome. Yeah. So that's it. So as of now, in total, we have 7 APIs that were built and are available right now for you to use. So I'm going to give you the list of them, and we are going to see some examples from at the end. So at the beginning, we are starting with the prompt API. So the prompt API, we have the general prompt that can take text input and give you text output. This prompt API is now available for you to use on Chrome extension, is like available on stable. At the same time, we already added like the support of image input and audio input as well. We have also writing assistance APIs. For example, we have a summarizer API that allows you to summarize any text, and it supports also like a lot of languages as well. Sorry. We have a writer API, rewriter, and a proofreader. There is also something interesting here, the translating API. We have a language detector and a translator. Like I told you before, we want to use expert model for the specific task API. In this case, we are not using Gemini now. We are using the Google Translate API, which means that actually it's even smaller than the prompt API as well in terms of size bundling. So all of these, for example, the translation API, they are shipped on Chrome stable. They are available right now for you to use for free if you want. Same thing for the summarizer API. The rest are in origin trial, which means also you can use them right now to test them with your customers as well. So all of them are available for free. So let's see some examples here, how it works. The first one is a prompt API. Like I said before, the prompt API take an image, text input, and give you a text output. On the shape of the API is simple. The first thing that we have to do is to create a session. When you create a session, you specify like the expected input. In this case, the expected input is a text, and we specify a language. As of now, here we support English, Japan, and I think, come on?
French?
No, not French, not yet. But I think it's English, Japan, I forget the third one. And you define the expected output. Right now, for the output, it's only text. We don't have like output as image. Maybe most of you would like to have Nano Banana available, but not as of now, maybe in the future, I don't know. So the expected output is text. And then we just prompt to the model. When the session is created, for example, here, we just await the response, session.prompt explain quantum computing like I'm 5. This year, I think quantum computing people won the Nobel Prize. So we all need to know how to do quantum computing. So it's simple right now. It's simple. You can just, with this 2 line of code, you can add that on your web application, and you have AI ready to be used by your end user. One thing that I would like also to highlight is we have 2 different kind of prompt. If the answer of your prompt should be simple, we can use like prompt function. We also have like a prompt streaming, where actually if you have if the output should be long, you can get the result stream by stream, chunk by chunk. That's the first example. The second example is the prompt API with an image input. The difference here is simple. The expected input here, we take an image, and the output is the same thing, text. And for this case, my idea was like, I have an input image and have a canvas. I would like to have a critic. I ask the model to make a critic from like the image that I have and the one that I draw. Imagine, for example, you have an image of Mona Lisa, and you ask someone like, okay, can you draw like a copy of Mona Lisa? And then ask the model to make a comparison and to give you the critic. All of these, JavaScript, web development skills, nothing really AI crazy, simple. The last one here, the audio input, same thing also. The main difference, like on the type, on the expected input, instead of text and image, we put audio, and same thing. We prompt to the model, and the model will be able to give us other input text. Now, let's do a demo. Okay, for this demo, I vibe coded something. One thing that we have, and we do sometimes when we do events or we travel, we do like travel expenses. You have to give back all the expense that you use during your travel. You have to collect all the receipts. Yeah. One thing that I always like struggle is when I travel and come back, I have to put the receipts one by one, line by line. When you go to the restaurant, you come back, you have to put all the detail. And I wish I have something that can automate everything. So my idea was like, okay, can I build like something simple? Okay, where's my browser now? Okay. My idea is, can I build a simple app where can I give them the expenses, and then it will use the prompt API to apply the OCR to extract the information and automate like the creation of expense. For example, if you want to create a simple express, let's do this. You create the expense, and then you can add like the item. Let's do, okay, coffee, the amount. Okay, this coffee is so expensive. Okay. But let's say maybe in this year, coffee will be very expensive. Okay, that's fine. Then I can do the same thing using upload image. Let's use this. This was last time when I was in LA. I ordered like KFC, I like chicken. Come on. So we have chicken, extra crispy tenders, and what else? A soda. Okay. So my idea is like to give this to the AI model and then to extract the information and generate expense for me. Okay, come on. It will take some time to process. And also I'm doing, it works. So let me do this. Let me zoom so you can see. Here I console.log the different items that were extracted. You can see like the 3 pieces of chicken, the amount and the date, the extra crispy tenders and the hot sauce, okay? And the soda. Is it accurate? So that's the basic example. So on the code exactly, it's not like something really fancy. What I did was the following one. So I just created a session and then I specify like the expected input and expected output. And on the prompt itself, I just put on the prompt like the following and the following prompt. Analyze this invoice input and run multiple OCR carefully to extract the different items, include within it. For each item, we need its description, the amount paid without the currency, because like on the recipe, we used to have currencies. I will give you another example because for this one, it was in dollar. I will take another example with pound. It will retrieve everything without the currencies and the date as well. And I said on the end result should be an array with all items. There is something that I didn't told you as well, which is you can specify output schema to enforce the model to give you the output that you want because you want the result to be reused programmatically. So we have you can define a schema object of the output that you want to get after the prompt. And from there, we just prompt, we get the results, and from there we get an array, we do the for each, we loop over, and we get the answers. All good? Is it clear? Is it hard or simple?
Easy.
Easy. Amazing. That's the thing that I would like to hear. Easy. So it was in dollar, so let's use this. Let me find this. This is a payment that actually I got when I was applying for visa, I think. And the payment was in pound. So let's use this and see if the prompt will work as well. Let's use this. Yes. All right. And you can see on the results, the OCR works well. We extracted all the information, the amount and the date, and the rest is just like processing by yourself. So all of it is happening on device and it's for free. You can use them right now if you want. So I'm going to finish the last part of my presentation, which is like really more information. So if you want to get information about what we are working right now, this is the link. Go there, our official documentation from Chrome Built-in AI. If you want to join also our early preview program, we are running early preview program for anyone who wants to hear what we are building before everyone else. You can join this early preview program. We can give you all the detail about the latest update, the latest APIs that we are building. Everything will be for free for you. So please join. Last but not least, we have 70K in cash for this hackathon. It's still running for you to win. So there is no API key. There is nothing fancy here. Just use your HTML and CSS and JavaScript skills, and that money is for you, guys. It's for you.
Now we're
come on, it's for you. So please join this challenge. Prompting is easy. The API are pretty straightforward. Just use them. Any question?
Okay, wait, is my mic working? Here you go.
Hi, thank you very much. Really interesting talk. I just wanted to ask, can the Chrome APIs call like system level tools or local outside, like for example, this on the system? Can I call that?
Right now, on the machine learning explainer model that we have available on GitHub, there is a specification about using tool calling. So we are introducing that as well. So it will take time, but it will come. But it's not going to call like a system tool from the OS itself. But if you have like a function that you want to include inside the prompt, yes, you will be able to do that. But it's not ready yet, but it's on the explainer and everything is available outside. So yeah.
Okay, I will be generous. One more question, but we have to also clap for Thierno, and you need to connect with you afterwards. Okay, which one?
Yeah.
You sure? Okay. Oh my God. Okay, guys.
Thank you. Are there any plans for the API to allow usage of remote models that the web user pays for? So, for example, you have a Google account, you pay some Gemini price, and this is what runs.
Not yet as of now. It's not on the plan, but one thing that we always encourage developers is actually like when you join the early preview program, is to get your feedback. Because at the end of the day, we want to build something that is available for everyone, that is sustainable for the web platform. It's not, like I said, it's not something for Chrome itself. It's a web platform feature. So we need your feedback. If it is something that everyone wants, at some point we will build it. But we need a lot of feedback from people. We need this awareness coming from like the web platform ecosystem. So please join, please provide us your feedback. We need that because that helps us to make the web platform a better environment for everyone.